The easier you make it for the rater to make a determination, the better it's going to be for you.
When I submit my file for VA claims, why do I need to organize my medical records?
You're not exactly organizing your medical records. What you're doing is you're using your medical records to help you write your personal statement.
Hey, what's going on? This is Jerome, the owner and founder of Open Ranks Nurse Consulting Services. Leave no diagnosis left behind. And in today's video, Chris Edwards, retired VA Rater, answers a key critical question that I had and that other service members had, which is, how do I make the VA Rater's job easier? So when you get all these files, right? You have a lot of files to probably rate.
Mm-hmm.
When you get these files, how much time do you think a rater really spends? I mean, do they have a lot of time to really search through the medical record?
Again, that's the beauty of doing the personal statement. Okay. I may not have a lot of time because I have to do, let's say I got to do 14 claims a month, which it's actually more than that. So in November of 2020, we had 105 raters in the office. Those 105 raters did 4,678 claims just in November.
Wow.
So if you divide the 4,000 by the 105, you can see what you come up with. So anything that makes my job quicker and easier to get done, it just helps you in the long run. Okay. The other thing is the more organized it is. I mean, I've had people who file and say, I want to file for my knee. Okay, great. What about your knee? Is it there? Is it broken? Does it tickle? Does it hurt? What? Okay. Whereas if you come in and say, okay, I'm going to file for patellofemoral pain syndrome. Okay, now that narrows things down. Or I'm filing for an ACL tear. Okay, now I've got it narrowed down more. So you get your stuff together, you get your statements, you get your pictures, you get the x-rays, all that other stuff, and it's submitted to the VA. The VSR then organizes it in the files so that when the rater pulls it up, that's what they start to review. Now they can do global search. So I can pull up your file, put in patellofemoral pain syndrome, and it's going to pull up every reference to that patellofemoral pain syndrome.
Nice.
Now, if it has, let's just say 6 dates. Oh, and I got a statement here that has 6 dates and they match. I don't have to look too much further.
Right.
You have enough to indicate. Now, the other thing that you might want to look into is understand what a DBQ is. Stands for Disability Benefit Questionnaire. What you do is just do a Google search, VA space DBQ. It's going to pull up the DBQ, or it's going to pull up a file, and then you look for the DBQ that applies to your condition. So if you have asthma, you're going to look at respiratory. If you have nerve damage, you're going to look at neurological, and so on. And then you look at the questions and what they ask, and how you answer those questions may dictate what you get on your exam or on your final rating. So, for example, let's take migraines. Migraines ask, does the veteran have incapacitating episodes? Okay, that's a good question. What is an incapacitating episode? Well, as I describe it, you're laying in a dark room, cloth over your face, lights out, and if somebody disturbs you, you shoot them in the face with a bazooka. That's incapacitated. You don't take 2 aspirin and go back to work.
Right.
Okay. Then the next question they ask is, does it have an economic impact? Well, that's another good question. The question is, have you ever had to call in sick because of a migraine or have to leave work because you had a migraine? The answer is
Right.
yes.
Right.
Well, if you have incapacitating, but you don't indicate economic, you're going to get 30% for migraines.
Mm.
Whereas if you get 50%, or if you have the impact on the economic lifestyle, then you're going to get 50%. So that the
Okay.
DBQ covers the basic objective symptoms and findings for your condition. And then the personal statement provides that other piece of the puzzle, which is how does this affect you? How does your mental condition affect you? Well, some people go, well, I don't have a problem. I can, keep going on. Other people haven't left their house for 3 years. So
Right.
again, would I rate the one who says I don't really have a problem high? Probably not. Would I rate somebody who said I haven't left my house in 3 years? Yeah, probably a lot higher. Okay. And so something else they have to grasp is you're not getting compensated because you have a condition. For example, you're not getting compensated because you have PTSD. You're getting compensated because your PTSD creates symptoms that impact your lifestyle. And so you have to identify what those symptoms are, and they're listed on the DBQ.
So I hope you found that interview to be really helpful and useful and of value. So if you want to have your own copy of Chris's template for how to put together a personal statement, click the link below and we'll make sure we get you a copy. Too easy to do. All right, see you in the next video.